Hey, are you ready to sell like a pro and look the part? Join us on this episode as we dive deep into the mind of Anthony Camacho, known as the Hitman, and also an international fitness and sales performance coach who is turning heads, not just in the gym. With the mantra like, when you look good, you sell great, Anthony knows firsthand how to sharpen physique that can transform your business game. From being a 7-time pro qualifier in the IFBB to coaching startups and multi-million-dollar businesses, he's a force to be reckoned with. In this episode, Anthony will reveal how improving your physique presence can open unexpected doors for marketing revenue, and how 3 game-changing ingredients to blend fitness with business excellence, and finally, the number 1 factor most entrepreneurs miss that could skyrocket their business growth. Tune in and find out how getting fit isn't just about looking good, it's about elevating your brand, building credibility, and driving unmatched business success. Don't miss today's Profit with a Plan podcast. Hey entrepreneurs, are you trying to make bigger profits in your small business? If you're like most of us business owners, increasing your profitability is always on your mind. And you're probably looking for ways to grow your revenue while growing your company. Well, you found a podcast that shares ideas to help you do just that. I'm Marcia Riner, known as the Profit Booster, and I'm a business growth strategist. I've helped tons of small business owners to establish and implement a tangible plan that guarantees increase profitability and guide your growth. And it plans for your future exit, because building a highly profitable and sale-ready business creates a win-win scenario. That's more money now and a windfall when it's time to let go. And I want to share strategies that I've learned with you on today's Profit with a Plan podcast. But before we get started, I have something special to share with you. If you ever wanted to supercharge your business, avoid those profit plateaus or those operational headaches, how about growth roadblocks? Well, I've created a brand new Profit Booster playbook just for you. You'll uncover 3 essential strategies and a quick way to take action on them. Now, this isn't a single-page report. It's filled with impactful strategies, actionable steps, and expert guidance to elevate your profits. Go download this playbook for free at boostingprofit.com. All right. Excuse me, I have a tickle in my throat today. So my guest today is international fitness and sales performance coach, the Hitman, Anthony Camacho. Anthony truly embodies his mantra. Excuse me. Anthony truly embodies his mantra. When you look good, you sell great. He is a 7-time pro qualifier in the International Fitness and Bodybuilding Federation, a sponsored cross-rope athlete, a fitness model, and an international best-selling author. Anthony's expertise isn't just into fitness. He's also worked with startups and small businesses worth up to $40 million. As a certified sales coach through the Institute for Professional Excellence in Coaching, a former Dale Carnegie coach, and the founder of Top Producer Factory, Anthony serves as an international sales and leadership performance coach, having personally made cold calls that resulted in million-dollar sales. Based out of Southern California with his wife and 4 daughters, Anthony brings 20-plus years of experience from fitness to sales industries. Anthony, welcome to Profit with a Plan podcast. I'm sorry for coughing all over your introduction.
Not a problem. Oh my God, I hope that you're feeling better. I'm happy that you're drinking some tea. What kind
Yes,
of tea
yes.
is it? What kind of tea is it? I'm
It's
curious.
a throat coat tea, and it's like, gosh, when you start your morning at 7 in the morning and you just start talking, some days it's like, Marcia, stop. We're hurt enough.
I
So
really
yeah,
like I really like how your tagline is Marcia Riner, the profit booster.
right?
I mean, it's catchy. When you hear it, it's like profit booster. I hear money, I hear revenue, I hear profits, you know. And I'm sure on many of your podcasts, you have great business growth strategies. So
We
I'm
do.
very humbled and happy to be here today to share with your audience my humble experience with sales and fitness.
Oh, you're so modest. You're so modest. So this is repeat episode. So Anthony was kind enough to come on when I started 5.5 years ago, to come on as a guest and talk about sales. And we've known each other for a long time, and we started talking over some other reason. And I'm like, dude, I need to have you back on the show again, because you have transformed your life, your body, your wife's body, and your clients' bodies with this relatively new. I think it started in 2020-ish kind of thing, right? With this
For the
fitness brand.
I had my midlife crisis at 39 years old, and I'm like, I'm tired of being fat. It was like right in the middle of COVID. I was the fattest I'd ever been. No gyms were open. I was eating donuts, having pizza, just like everything you shouldn't be doing. And I just felt completely disgusted with myself. And I was talking to my wife, and I said, I need to do something. I'm turning 40. I look horrible. I want to get a six pack, and I want to enter into bodybuilding. So it was just supposed to be one show.
It was like a
And
challenge, right? Could you do it?
yeah, to see if I can even do it. So needless to say, in my 40th year in May, I dropped 40 pounds and went down to 7% body fat for my first competition.
And ladies, if I could whistle right now, I would be whistling, because Anthony, your body is amazing in how you've transformed it. Now, first of all, you weren't half bad when you started. And now it's like, you're in the gym and showing all your muscles and performing on stages and winning competitions. Wow.
Yeah, it's been a blessed journey, a fitness journey. It's the best anti-aging that's out there. Instead of plastic surgeries, instead of all these crazy things that people are doing, if you just eat right, if you just exercise, it will take off 10 years on your physical appearance. So you look more youthful, you'll feel more youthful, and people will be attracted to that energy. And then moving forward, fast forward 43 now, I've done 13 bodybuilding competitions, and I just love every second of it. It's tough. I'm not going to get you wrong. Don't get me wrong. It's not a walk in the park, but if you enjoy a challenge, if you enjoy results, then you'll enjoy fitness.
That's amazing. And something that you just grabbed on, it's attractive, not just to the eyes, but to the mind as well, because you're thinking, wow, if this guy could do that, I'd like to do that. Or if this guy could do that, what else could he do? Right. And I think it's that it's an energy that comes off of you when you feel amazing. It's like a good hair day for us ladies, right? When you have a good hair day, you rock the world, right? And when you're having a bad hair day, I mean, you're hitting red lights, you can't close a deal, everything goes wrong. But I think that's that energy that comes off of you when you're feeling amazing, and how attractive that is to your potential clients, right?
Yeah, so when you feel good, you sell great.
I
You
love
won't
it.
just sell good, you will sell great. When you feel good about yourself, you feel good physically, mentally, you remove all that baggage of the stress of, oh my God, I need to lose weight. Once you start losing weight, that's no longer occupying space in your head, that pressure, that stress. So when you start doing something about your physical fitness, because I believe we're all conscious of it, we're all our worst critic,
Of
right? We
course.
look at
The
the mirror,
mirror,
we're like, oh my
terrible.
God, like, look at this, look at that, blah, blah, blah. And you probably look fine, but you have an idea of what you want. And what's happening with that stress, it is occupying space in your mind that you can have for your business.
Mm.
So if you move that, you allow more creativity and more space in your mind for growth and for profits and for making sales and having greater conversations, because you don't have all that mental chatter going on about, damn, I shouldn't be eating this. I need to lose weight. I'm not fitting in my pants this morning. So why don't you just do yourself a favor and wipe all that off? Wipe that all off your board.
Done. Love it.
And
Love
there
it.
you go.
I never really thought that took headspace, but
It
when
does.
we're But when we're an entrepreneur, I mean, I talk about it often that, we're wearing all these different hats. Okay, I'm accountant right now. I'm salesperson, at 3 o'clock today, and I'm HR dealing, between 4 and 5 of the employee that really didn't come to work today but showed up. I mean, I'm wearing all these different hats, and if I'm wearing also internal baggage, right, because I'm not feeling at my best, then that's taking energy away from my family, my business, the things that I really truly want to do. I never really thought that it was taking space.
Yeah, it does. And before we move any further, I do want to promise your audience that I do have a free gift for them. I'm not going to talk about it now, but towards the end, I will reintroduce that free gift for your audience. And
I love it.
again, I just can't thank you. I can't thank you enough for the opportunity to share this space, this moment with you, because it's time we never get back. You know. So I'm going to give you my best. You're going to give me your best. We're going to give your audience our best, because we know that time is the most valuable, most expensive thing that we got. So I'm going to give you guys 100%.
Love it. Love it. Okay, so let's talk about some of these strategies that I think parallel each other and I never really thought of. When you feel good, you sell good, right? So
Yeah,
you sell great, right? So
yeah.
if I'm feeling good, right? What other benefits to being a business owner does that do?
Well, it's really, people are attracted to positive energy, right? And we are energetic people, and body language speaks volumes over verbal,
Hmm.
right? So what that means is, when you are interacting with your associates, when you are interacting with your business partners, when you are interacting with potential clients or existing clients or leads, people are going to be like, there's something different about Marcia, because she's glowing, she feels confident, she speaks confidently. She's not cocky, but she just has this aura of stability and balance.
Hmm.
And that is what is attractive, not just on the personal space, but in the business space. People
Hmm.
want to do business with you because you're positive and you have that aura. That will increase your business alone.
Love it. I love it. So using the law of attraction of sort, or the energetic laws that are out there that, could be feeling a little woo-woo, but, why not pull every lever you can to make yourself more attractive and stand out to your ideal customer? So when we're doing this in today's environment, we may not be in the same room with our customers. So how do we do this, maybe on video or over the phone, so we can still have that kind of effect?
Yeah, so I mean, really, it's your energy is going to precede you, not just by you keeping your mouth closed and people just seeing your physique, but also just the way you speak, your
Mm.
tonality. It's going to come across much more pleasant. Obviously, if you're doing a phone call, what we teach, in sales is smile, because people can hear your smile,
Isn't that crazy?
right? So it's very powerful. But here's the thing with business, with sales, it starts with you first.
Mm.
That's where the sale begins. The sale has to begin with your mindset first, because so many times sales professionals or business people, they shoot themselves in the foot before they even get started.
Oh my gosh.
That self-doubt kicks in, multiple things kick in, right? But when you are physically fit, when you are balancing your life out, you're okay with the rejection. You're like, you know what, that's okay, we'll find
Off the
someone else.
shoulder.
And I was sharing with one of my clients this morning, and he's a very affluent businessman. I told him that the gym isn't just teaching you mental toughness here. When you're pushing yourself to get to the gym in the morning and you don't feel like it, when you're sick and you're going to the gym still, when you didn't get a good night's sleep and you're going to the gym still, you just don't feel like it, you're tired, all the reasons why you don't want to go and you still go, you're creating that grit, that mental toughness. What that's going to do is show up. That grit that you put in the gym is going to show up in your business, because there are times in your business You don't want to make the extra phone call. You don't want to do the extra follow-up. You don't want to go get the extra lead. You're just like, it's been a slow day. I just want to cash it in. But the gym teaches you how to break through that mental barrier. Believe it or not, you create that grit because you're physically moving, physically doing a weight or physically running, or you're doing something physical that your mind has to push past your body.
Mm.
And that's what you do in business. Your mind has to push past your limits in business. You're going to expand your capacity to do more, to be more, to sell more by creating that grit in your life.
I love it. I love it. So we should get a t-shirt that says grit for business, right?
That's right.
I think it'd be
Exactly.
great, right?
I'm with you 100%.
Right. I think I like that though, because there are many instances where I'm sitting there at the desk and maybe I didn't get my workout, and I work out most mornings. So I'm right there with you. But, I'm sitting at my desk and I'm tired and it's like 2 o'clock and I'm feeling that curve for either a nap or a Kit Kat or my 10th cup of coffee, and
Right.
it's the time where I should really dig in deep and go, no, why am I feeling tired and burnt out? I need to use some of that energy that I got from the gym this morning and exercising, or that I pushed through on that longer 5 minute longer run, to be able to make those calls and continue that energy that I need throughout the day. Right.
No, 100%. And then I'll ask you a question, Marcia, because you look pretty fit,
Thank you.
you look lean. So you strike me as a person that is conscious of their health, conscious of their fitness. So I feel pretty confident asking this question. If you don't get to the gym that day, what does it do to your mental space, and how does that affect your day? Not just personally, but professionally. How does that impact you?
Believe it or not, and this isn't just because we're talking about this today, but I notice it every time that I'm not on. If that's kind of I'm not my best. I'm not at peak performance during the
Yeah.
day where I
Yep.
can be creative, or I can have that amazing phone call with a prospective client or an existing client. I just feel like I'm off just a hair. And then, like I said, come 2, 3, or 4 o'clock, I'm like, since I work from home, I've got my home office. There's a couch calling my name going, Marcia, let's just take a little 20-minute, right? Which I shouldn't. I should be able to go all day with no problem.
Yeah, I mean, but thank you so much for being vulnerable and honest and transparent. I really appreciate that. But that's going to lead me into my next thing about self-care.
Mm.
And people think, oh, you go to the gym, you're selfish, or you think about yourself. It's like,
I'm going for the guns.
no, I'm actually going to the gym for self-care. It's
Mm.
therapeutic for me. I let out the anxiety, frustrations, what have you.
Stressed.
If so, when you're going to the gym, when you're doing self-care, you are actually making yourself better for everybody else, not just personally, but professionally. You are showing up notches and grades higher because you have taken care of this first.
Mm.
For instance, take a look at airlines. When that oxygen masks fall, the oxygen mask falls, what did they instruct you to do? They don't say go and reach and put that oxygen mask on somebody else. They say put the oxygen mask on yourself first. And if you do that first, you're going to ensure you're not going to pass out. And then what's going to happen after you do that self-care? Then I'm at peak performance because I have oxygen. I can help others. So
Mm.
same thing with being physically fit, is if you're physically fit and you feel good, you're going to show up that much better for your family, for your friends, most importantly in your business. And
Wow.
that's really where the rubber hits the road. It's like everyone thinks it costs money to be in shape. It costs you more money not to.
I was just thinking that we invest, like I'm a consummate learner. And so I'm constantly taking courses, going to conferences, learning, listening to podcasts, educating myself so I can be better at business. But if I'm investing in my company with my blood, sweat, tears, time, money, weekends, why aren't I investing in myself as part of that investment in my business.
Exactly. Your physical fitness, your personal health. And I'm not saying everyone's got to be a bodybuilder. I'm not saying everybody has to have a six pack. What I'm saying is
Sure, it's nice though.
whatever your mind's eye perceives you as fit and healthy, that should be your standard. You
Mm.
know, I'm not a big guy of competition competing with other people in sales and even in this bodybuilding industry. I compete with myself. I need to beat my numbers. I need to come in better than I did last time. Because just by default, if you compare yourself to somebody else, that means that they're your ceiling
Mm.
and you limit yourself. But if you compare yourself against yourself and you pay attention to numbers, closing ratio for sales, paying attention to your personal body stats, calorie consumption, calorie burn, daily calorie intake, then guess what? If you're on top of your numbers, you can be on top of your game.
And on top of your business, right?
Which ultimately will make you on top of your business just by default. Just
Mm.
by default, you're going to be on top of your game, which means you're going to be on top of your business. And people will want to work with you. I
Mm.
promise.
It's that attraction.
Unfortunately, we live in a world where we are judged by our appearance, right? You might be the sweetest person in the whole wide world, and if people don't know you, they don't know you're sweet. They're just going to judge you by what you look like. I know it sucks, but that's the reality, is it not?
It is. And I know that because I take care of myself and I'm in the gym every morning and I'm dancing most nights, that I feel good. And when I walk into a room, then I know heads are turning, not just my because of who I am, but because of how I look and carry myself and feel about myself, that I'm more attractive. So those heads are turning, and therefore now I have awareness in a space of swimming with sharks or a whole fish or whatever, looking for that opportunity to truly stand out, which in
Yeah,
every business, that's what they all desire, right?
100%. And it's not enough just to wear a nice suit anymore,
Mm.
right? Before it's just like, dress for success. And still, yes, dress for success. But human beings are evolving on so many different levels. So, the evolution is not just have a nice, good looking suit or a nice shirt or whatever, but how do you fit in that?
Mm.
What's your body look like? How's your body fitting into that nice suit, which makes you look like $1,000,000?
Mm-hmm.
So the
Or even
worst
in
thing,
today's environment, when you're wearing a button-down shirt or you're wearing something that's less formal, because we're not, not all of us are wearing suits anymore, you still have to
yeah,
feel confident, like you rock that
yeah,
outfit, right?
yeah,
And I think that's what comes from the inside out.
yeah, 100%. I mean, sometimes I have to do a business deal where I got to suit up. Sometimes I'll do a business deal where it's somewhat casual. And I laugh because I'll wear, like a pair of jeans or a couple $100, some nice boots, and then I'll wear like an $8 t-shirt. And people are like, wow, you look so great. And I go, $8.
Right? I'm rocking the sale rack.
Yeah. So it's kind of like the clothes don't make you, you
Mm.
make the clothes.
I like that because that's so important in everything that we do when we're a business owner, right? And the audience is business owners and are in
Yeah.
business. So if you feel confident, you look happy with yourself, then you're
Yes.
going to exhibit that outwardly to your ideal customer saying, "This is my product offering, and sir, I believe this is going to help your business with X, Y, and Z. And I'm very confident in everything that I'm doing." It becomes attractive and it breaks down barriers that block most sales transactions. And if we're in business, we're selling, right?
Yeah. And let's explore that a little bit more regarding the self-talk, you know,
Mm.
and
You mean
and
those little guys that sit on my shoulder and go, "Marcia"?
exactly. I mean, just think about it. If you're not feeling good in your clothes, say like, oh my God, like my pants don't fit, I feel too tight, like then what happens is sometimes people will buy bigger clothing and they cover,
Mm,
they'll cover. And the covering is another form of mental stress,
mm.
So again, you got to remove as much mental stress as possible so that you could be at your peak, most creative, most solution-based thinking while you're in the middle of a deal or closing a deal. You can't be at your utmost creativity if you're worried about my freaking pants are too tight. And that's happening in a business deal, whether you want to admit it or not.
Wow.
Man, I
Exactly.
don't feel good in my pants. This shirt's too tight. Does this shirt feel too tight? Like it's horrible. It's horrible. But we don't even realize that it's really happening until we start talking about it. Because then
Mm.
you'd be like, oh crap, that is happening quite a bit.
I
Right?
think
I
that's
need
the
to
big
fix
thing
this.
is the aha
Yeah.
that you're addressing the elephant in the room today
Yeah.
of, I can sell more and be more if I feel better inside. And like you said,
Yeah.
we're not talking bodybuilding competitions and
No, no.
everything.
Yeah.
It's like I feel good because I got some
Yeah.
exercise this morning.
Yeah, you're eating well, and
Hmm.
here's the thing, it's a combination of things. Unfortunately, you cannot work a crappy diet. So it really is a combination. You need the right nutrition for your body and you need the right amount of exercise. And that's the peanut butter and jelly. You
I love
can't
it.
just eat well and not exercise because then you'll become skinny fat, flabby, skinny fat.
Flabby and
If
skinny fat, right? That is
Yeah, I
so
mean, and that's like a whole nother stress in itself too. I can't wear this because I still feel like I have cellulite on my legs or my arms. You know, so unfortunately, you have to do both. Just like in sales, you have to know your closing ratio. You can't just rely on, oh well, I called the person one time. These are the leads for the day. Like, are you following up? Like there should be a following up process. What's your closing ratio? If I follow up with the same person, 12 times, I'll be able to close them, 80% of the time. Like you need to know your numbers. That's the other secret sauce to your fitness, and the other secret sauce to your business is you have to know your numbers. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a sales professional that gets paid full commission, you have the ability to write your own paycheck and create your own destiny. How do you do that? By understanding what your numbers are, your closing
Mhm.
ratio. Now, same thing with fitness. How are you going to continue to lose weight and not plateau and hit a wall? You have to know your personal numbers. You have to know your personal stats. Therefore, when you hit that wall, you can push past it until you
Mm.
get to the desire that you want with your physical fitness. So I have just, because it's like my life, I love sales, I love fitness, and they correlate so much.
It
It is
does. And
not even funny. It's not even funny.
I never realized the correlation with it, but it's so true, right? You can in business, which is my strength, even though I do strength training and gym workouts every morning, I never put the two together because I'm thinking, okay, I just have to continue to do this and I have to understand this and I have to know the numbers, I have to solve my problems. But yet I go to the gym and I've got four routines and I do my four routines and every fourth day I start it all over again. Where I think that if I understood my physical numbers and my
Yeah.
gym numbers, that
Yep.
I could tweak it and get better. And the same
Yes.
way as if I knew my business numbers and my conversions on sales, or what's my profitability margin and where am I understanding the expenses versus the income I have coming in, that maybe I can make a better change, a small incremental change that will improve both sides. I never ran them together.
Yeah. I mean, what products do I have in my business that give me the most profit margin? That might be a more expensive product, but you would know, like, all right, these are the products that give me the most profit. I need to sell X amount of these per month.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this other product, it's not that profitable, but I do know that more people can buy it. So I need to sell X amount of these a month. And
Mm-hmm.
then if you want to correlate that to your fitness, now I know that I can only allow myself to eat 1,800 calories per day. So that doesn't mean I'm going to eat 1,800 calories of junk food. It means
Potato
that I need
chips.
to eat potato chips, cookies, pizza. That means that I have to eat the correct foods of 1,800 calories and put myself in a calorie deficit with the healthy food. So
Mm.
it's really comes down to awareness. It really comes down to um it's tough, right? Like in sales and in fitness, sometimes you don't want to see your numbers. You don't, because you already know like they're shit. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to look at it. I don't even want to know. I don't want to
Blah,
know.
blah, 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 blah.
But here's the thing. I want to encourage you all to go and bite the bullet and take a look at where you're at, because that's going to encourage you to go in the direction that you want to go in. So knowing your sales stats, that's going to encourage you to go in the right way. Knowing your fitness stats, that's going to encourage you to go the right way.
Hmm.
We got to pull our head out of the sand, dust off, and be like, okay, I did this. Nobody else did this. I did this. Now I need to be responsible as a man, a woman, adult, whatever, and just say, hey, this is where I'm at. It is what it is. Now you can stay here or you can go and move forward. So
Right.
choose to move forward and choose to feel better. And it's probably not as bad as you think. You know, it's probably
Well,
not as bad as you think.
and I think when you start to get that momentum going and
Yeah.
you start to feel better, it's going to be easier to make that one more call. And when
Yes.
you get to the gym every morning, right? If you've done it 4 times, the fifth time's a little easier, right?
Yeah.
It's just it gets easier with it. And I used to say business is hard, right? If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Well,
Sure.
it is a little bit hard, but then like you said, we get to choose what we want to do. And if we chose to be business owners, we have to be able to push further than where we were yesterday to be able to make something out of nothing, right?
Yeah. And I want to commend everyone that's out there that has given their best effort, right? While some people may be listening and they may be saying, well, I've done that in sales. I've tried this. I've tried that. I've done this in fitness. I've done this. I've tried that.
Have you done both?
So if you've tried it and you've done it and you're not getting the result that you want, what does that tell you? What does that mean? That means you need to go outside yourself to somebody that knows what they're doing so
Hmm.
they can help expedite your results in business, in sales, in profits with you, Marcia. If somebody, has been in business for a long time and they're scratching their head, I've done this, I've tried this, I've tried this. Well, guess what? They need to reach out to a professional like you to boost and create profits,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing that people need to understand is if you're hitting a wall, you're hitting a plateau, you're getting the same results over and over and over and over again. Well, what is that telling you? That tells
Stop.
you you
You're
need to go
missing
outside
something.
yourself. You're missing something. And you're going to spend a lot more time and money trying to figure it out on your own, telling yourself that I got this, that ego that's going to kick in, that pride's going to kick in. And it's like, dude, if you knew what to do, you would have already done it. If you knew what to do, you've already would have achieved it. So allow yourself to be humble. Allow yourself to see like, all right, I gave it a good swing. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with saying, I gave it 100%. Good for you. Now reward yourself. Take yourself to the next level. Don't stay at
Mm.
that 100%. Go to 150% and go to 200%. But you
Well,
can't do
each
it
time
if
you
you don't know
reset,
what you're
right?
doing.
Each time you reset, just like each month you reset. And if
Yeah.
you reset, that number, the baseline starts down here. So I'm a believer that you can't do more than 100%, but your baseline increases. So if your baseline was $10,000 last month, well, now your baseline is $12,000. So you still need to do 100%. Your baseline increases. It better
Exactly.
increase, right? And I
Yeah.
think that's where we have to revisit and look at things from a different point of view, right? When you're doing your pushing exercises, when you're doing your pulling exercises, when you're looking at your diet. Okay, well, if you're not counting what you're putting in your mouth, then that cookie you shoved in your mouth that's not on the piece of paper, is affecting your results. It's the same thing in business. And I
Yeah.
think we're missing the correlation here. And that's why I'm so excited to have you on today to
Thank you so
really
much. You're so kind.
connect the dots because
Yeah.
we're missing something. Many of us business owners are missing something and we
Yeah,
don't
I
know what
mean,
it
and
is.
I don't know everything either. I'm constantly growing. I'm constantly looking for new coaches in business and in fitness. Because I don't have the answers, but I do know every time I went outside myself, I got better. And that's
Mm,
a fact. I get better,
I love
because I don't want to be the same. I want to be better. Now, you said something earlier that really caught my attention, Marcia. You said that we have a whole new month, right? Every month we have a whole new month to course correct and to tackle the new month, right?
every day.
But what I have done, which I make it absolutely imperative with my sales clients and my fitness clients, we call it daily accountability
I like
because
it.
your daily habits are what's going to create the outcome that you want at the end of the month. Now, let's take it a little step further. If you only evaluate your fitness or your sales once a month, then that means that you only have 12 opportunities a year to
Mm,
course correct. Now,
love it.
what I do is I do the daily accountability, and for sales, it's called a weekly sales challenge. And then for the fitness, it's a weekly fitness challenge. So
Love it.
therefore, we have now, we course correct, we have daily accountability and we course correct once a week.
Love
So
it.
instead of that
Waiting till the end of a
once,
whole month.
yeah, we're course correcting every week. So therefore, we can maximize the time. So
Love
instead
it.
of giving myself 12, 12 opportunities, now that turns into 48 opportunities.
Yes,
And
4852.
that's another secret sauce for you
You got
guys.
to take time off. Love it. Love it. Okay, Anthony, you can give us like another 3 hours of really super good tips that could correlate taking care of yourself
Ah,
and using fitness as well as growing our business with the same kind of mindset. So I love it. But we've got to be able to wrap up here. So where can listeners find out more about you and your fitness training, your business sales training, and everything that you've got to offer?
thank you for allowing me to share. So I'm on TikTok, Anthony Camacho underscore Hitman. I'm on Instagram, Anthony Camacho underscore Hitman. You can find me on Facebook, Anthony Camacho, on YouTube, Top Producer Fitness. Um, those are the primary things. You can message me primarily if you really want to get a hold of me. Just go to either one of those social media platforms, like one of the things that maybe catch your attention, and put a comment. If you go through Messenger sometimes, for whatever reason, if we're not connected, it will be hidden or won't go through. But if you actually go to the page, you actually go to the post, click it, say, "Hey, Anthony, I really, want to meet you or have a conversation." That's probably the most effective way.
Love it. Love it. And you said earlier you teased us with a gift. What is the gift?
Okay. As promised at the beginning of today, I have a gift, a special invitation, and it's free, but it's not for everyone.
Mm,
It's just for those of you who are serious about becoming fit for success, to have more influence, to sell higher ticket products with more ease, to get on bigger podcasts and bigger stages, get sponsorships. Now, because it's free, I understand there could be perception of a little of like no value. And what I would like you to know is that I have clients all around the world who have paid $497 for one of these one-on-one sessions with me.
wow.
So I don't make this offer lightly at all. In fact, to be considered for one of these exclusive sessions, I need you to complete an application where I'll need you to show me why I should pick you for one of these spots and why you will show up on our call together.
I
So
love
full
it.
disclosure, again, not everyone who applies for one of these calls will be selected, but due to the very limited spots in my schedule, and I do apologize for that, which is why it is also so crucial for you to show me in your answers why I must absolutely pick you for the one of these sessions. So
Love it.
If you're really serious about it, fill out the questionnaire, and I would be so happy to speak with you.
I love not just the scarcity, but the commitment that you're asking from the audience who wants that. Show me you really want it. How much do you want it? And if you can tell me that what you want aligns it, and I can see that, then I'm going to, move mountains to try and make it for you. I love that because you're getting that person that you could truly help, right? Bravo.
Yeah, and it's like the person has to be ready to want to do it, because it's not something. It's almost like, I'm going to just go ahead and say it, it's almost like religion or spirituality. You can't push it on people. It's either you want to do this for yourself or you don't. I'm not going to convince you about what you already know you need to do. You just need to be ready. And when you're truly ready, you'll reach out and you'll be like, hey, I had a health scare. I need to change my habits. I can't do certain excursions with my kids. I've had stories, unfortunately, that have broke my heart. A person went to Disneyland with his kids, and he could not get on the teacups because he was overweight.
Oh, man.
And that crushed him. And he's like, dude, that was the day, man. That was the day I'm like, I made up my mind. I ain't doing this. I'm not going to miss out on my kids for my reasons. Right. Another gentleman that I know just recently got back on a vacation with his kids. Same kind of deal. There was a weight limit to zip line. It was 250 pounds, and they didn't let him get on it. And again, he was just like, oh my God. So
talk about a slap in the face, right?
Yeah. So unfortunately, hopefully you can make a decision for yourself before it gets to something detrimental, but yeah, I just wanted to share those stories. It's just like so heartbreaking. I'm like, dude, I'm so sorry.
But you know what? It's like, there's so many reasons why you, as the leader of your company, need to be healthy enough to run your business, because so many people are relying on you, whether it's your family, your employees, your customers, your community, they're all relying on you. Yeah. So you've got to be your best. It's crazy. It's crazy how we don't take care of ourselves, but we take care of
self-care. Self-care.
I love it. I love it.
Put the oxygen mask on first.
Exactly. All right, listeners, I hope you found a couple ideas on how you can correlate your own fitness with your profitability. I mean, it's like, wow, I never really put the dots together until today, and it's so important. So I hope you found a couple ideas that you can put into your business today. And as I mentioned, if you want to supercharge your business, go download my new Profit Booster Playbook packed with 3 profit strategies and the actionable steps that you can use to make this your most profitable year ever. Go grab it for free at boostingprofit.com. And Anthony and I would love to hear your comments in the podcast. Wherever you're listening, whether it's on social or on YouTube or on the audio version at Profit with a Plan, however you're listening to this, put in the comments what your goal is. Is your goal to make one more sale? Is your goal to lose 5 pounds? Is your goal to get a 6-pack? Is your goal to show up every day for your kids or for your employees? Put your goal in the comments so we can help you reach it. I know that between the two of us, we've got just a couple ideas that can help you do that, and we would love to share them with you. So comment on today's show. And while you're at it, you can catch Profit with a Plan on any of your favorite podcast players. So we're looking forward to more great profitable information on next week's show. So until then, make your plans and profit with them. Thanks so much, Anthony.